Hi, I'm Swarupa Sail, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering 2. In this presentation, we will go through the formulas used for finding load carrying capacity of pile. Those are nothing but the dynamic formulas. And also we will go to the equation to find efficiency of pile group. The dynamic formulas used for finding the load capacities are: first one is engineering use formula, where QA is the allowable load and it can be found using equation W into H divided by F into S plus C, where W is the weight of the hammer, H is the height of the fall, F is the factor of safety and it is usually taken as 6, S is the final set, that is the penetration, C is the empirical constant and it is taken as 2.5 for drop hammer and 0.25 for single and double acting hammer. For drop hammer, QA is equal to W into H divided by 6 into S plus 2.5. And for single acting steam hammer, QA is equal to W into H divided by 6 into S plus 0.25. For double acting steam hammer, QA is equal to W plus EP into H divided by 6 into S plus 0.25, where A is equal to effective area of a piston and P is equal to mean effective steam pressure. Next formula is Healy's formula, where QD is the ultimate load on a pile, eta H is the efficiency of the hammer, W is the weight, eta B is the efficiency of hammer flow, it is the ratio of energy after impact to striking energy of rack. C is the sum of C1 plus C2 plus C3, that is temporary elastic compression of dolly and packing, pile and soil respectively. Eta B can be calculated using equation W plus E square into P divided by W plus P, and this equation has to be used when weight W is greater than E into P. We need to find out the product of EP and then compare it with the value of W. So if W is greater than EP, you have to use the first equation, and if W is less than EP, we need to use the second equation. Here P is the weight of the pile, helmet, and E is the quotient of restitution, whose value ranges from 0 to 0.5. An allowable load can be obtained by using factor of safety of 2 or 2.5. Next is group of piles. Under column, minimum of 3 piles shall be used. So here we can see that there are 3 piles being used, and here we can see 4 piles, and here there are 9 piles which are spaced at spacing equal to S. So this value of S can be equal to 3 times the diameter for friction piles and 2.5 times the diameter for end bearing piles. Benefit of group piling is that it increases reliability and eccentricity is avoided. The load capacity of pile group may not be equal to the sum of the load capacity of the individual piles in the group due to the following reasons. So that means the total load capacity of all the 9 piles may not be equal to the sum of the load capacity of the individual piles. That means QUG, that is load capacity of the pile group, is not equal to the sum of load capacity of the individual piles, that is it cannot be equal to QU1 plus QU2 plus QU3 and so on. And this is due to the following reasons. First one is that when piles are used in a group at close spacing, the pressure bulbs of the individual piles may overlap. So here we can see in the figure there are 2 piles held together with the help of pile cap, and these are the pressure bulbs, and there is overlapping of the pressure bulbs which is seen over here, and hence we say that when the piles are used in a group at close spacing, the pressure bulbs of individual piles overlap and there will be more stress in the overlapping soil zones. So due to more stress developed, there will be reduction in the load capacity. And when piles are driven in loose to medium dense cohesionless soils, it may cause even the densification of the soil, increasing the load capacity more than the estimated load capacity. So even when the piles are used in loose or medium dense cohesionless soils, there will be densification of the soil which will be held together in between these two piles. So due to densification, the density of the soil increases and hence the load carrying capacity increases and it will be more than the estimated load capacity. The efficiency of the pile group is defined as eta g equal to QUG divided by N into QU into 100, where QUG is the ultimate load capacity of the pile group, QU is the ultimate load capacity of the individual pile, and N is the number of piles in the pile group. So if we are asked to find group efficiency, we can use the equation QUG divided by N into QU multiplied by 100. Load capacity of pile group in sand and gravel. When piles are driven in loose to medium dense cohesionless soils, the soil around the pile is compacted, increasing the group efficiency. For better results, it is desirable to start the driving of the piles from the center of the side work and work has to be continued outwards. For dense sands, the driving of piles may reduce group efficiency due to dilatancy. In case of board piles, there is limited densification of soil around the pile. Group efficiency hence depends on pile spacing and may be less than 100% if piles are spaced closer than 3 times the diameter, where d is the diameter of the pile. The efficiency of the pile group may be obtained from the Converse-Laboure equation for friction piles, that is 1 minus theta into n minus 1 into m plus m minus 1 into n divided by 90 into mn, where m is the number of columns of piles in a group, n is the number of rows, theta is equal to tan inverse of d divided by s, which is in degrees, where d is the diameter of the pile and s is the spacing of the pile center to center. So we'll solve a problem based on the same equation. A 5 by 4 pile group has the following details. Diameter of each pile is 500 mm. Center to center spacing of pile is 1200 mm. Capacity of single pile is equal to 500 kN. We need to find out the efficiency and capacity of freestanding pile group. So from the problem, the number of rows of piles, that is n, is equal to 4 and number of columns of piles, that is m, is equal to 5. The diameter is 500 mm, spacing is 1200 mm, and the efficiency of the pile group can be found out by using Converse-Laboure formula, that is eta g equal to 1 minus theta divided by 90 into m into bracket n minus 1 plus n into bracket m minus 1 whole divided by mn into 100. Theta can be calculated using equation tan inverse of d by s, where d is the diameter and s is the spacing. So we get value of theta as 22.62 degrees. So here in the formula we can substitute the value of theta. M value is 5 and n value is 4. So substitute m and n values in the equation to get eta g equal to 61.04%. And also in the problem it is asked to find the load carrying capacity of the freestanding pile group. So the equation used to find load carrying capacity for the freestanding pile group is eta g into m into n into Qu. Eta g already has been calculated, that is 61.04, and it can be written as 0.6104 into m is 5, n is 4, and Qu is 500, which is given in the problem. So after we calculate, we get Qug as 6104 kilonewton. Thank you.